Hi everybody, my name's Sam, I'm from TechTerm, and I'm going to demonstrate how you can use TechTerm to learn interactively about technical topics starting from text. So let's say I have a job description here and there's lots of different statements about what sorts of technology a person might need, as well as things about benefits and some detail about what you do on the job. So I'm going to start by just copying this job description, copy as much of it or as little of it as I like, but I'll just copy the whole thing. And I'm going to paste it into here. And this will work with any text, not just job descriptions, but we can start with a job description. I submit that, and now the system has recognized this job description. Now what I can do is I just highlight any term that I want to learn more about. So how about if I pick something like Python here? Maybe I don't know what Python is about too much, and I get the option to define it. Hit define, and I'm kicked into an interactive chat about Python. Now this is powered by AI, and it starts with a simple question: could you teach me about whatever you've defined? And here we are. It's a programming language that's used by software engineers, powerful language. It's an easy to learn language. It's a popular choice for software engineers at Bloomberg, so it's referencing the job description as well. So what I'd like to know is, I have a developer maybe who's experienced with Ruby. Are they going to be good enough to do Python? So can I submit a Ruby developer for this role? Would be a good question that I might ask. I can just chat about anything that I would like. It says, unfortunately, we've got to have experience in Python, but if they have experience in Python and Ruby, they might be a good fit for a role. So I might say, why wouldn't a Ruby engineer be a good fit? And these chats aren't stored anywhere, so you can just go wild and ask all these different things. So Ruby is a powerful language, but it's not used as widely as Python in software engineering. It's the industry standard for applications and websites, whereas Ruby is for web development. So a Ruby engineer would not be the best fit because they wouldn't have the necessary experience in Python. Okay, so what questions could I ask my Ruby developer to see if they are a fit for this role? Go ahead and submit that. I can just tap enter to submit that. So I could ask them, what experience do they have in Python? Do they have any experience in frameworks or languages? Are they comfortable developing programming tasks? Do they have experience debugging Python code? Maybe the developer says, well, I'm up for learning Python, so I might say something like, how long would it take a Ruby dev to learn Python? And I can get some answers back to this as well. It depends on the individual. Could become competent within a few months. It could take longer for them to become an expert. So we're starting to have an interactive discussion about Python. Once we're done with Python, we can pick something else. Let's go ahead and pick something a little bit more general. So we'll look at something like full development cycle. What does this mean in this context? Go ahead and define that. Could you teach me about full development cycle? So again, it's talked about this within the context of Bloomberg. You're responsible for the full development cycle from concept to deployment and beyond. My candidate says they're weaker at the designing step. Is that a problem? So we can ask quite sophisticated questions here. It says, yes, it is going to be this. It's a foundation of the product, sets the direction for the rest of the development process. Without design, it may not be able to meet the user needs correctly. The candidate's got to be able to design the product and anticipate potential issues. So how could I test my candidate's ability at designing? You could consider having them do a design challenge, like a design for a simple software product, etc., etc., etc. So the conversations that you have are totally yours, and you can put in anything that you like in here. Now, I've demonstrated using a job description, but this also works for maths papers, for articles online, for example, a newspaper article that contains a lot of heavy figures and numbers that may be difficult to understand. You can highlight any word within it and have a meaningful conversation with the AI about that. So please go ahead and use it. If you have any questions, please feel free to hit me up. My email is sam@whatever.xyz, and I'd love to hear how you're using it and how it's going. Thanks.